You're already recording. Man, you really wanted me to get on here. Okay, so hi, hello, welcome. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys can hear me because I have my headphones on, but today is March 19th, and guys, the energy that is coming in is sorry, I'm trying to collect myself. I feel it in my tailbone. It's an overwhelming feeling of like God's omnipresence. Like, oh God, it's so hard to describe. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to find my words here to describe this, but it's very hard to describe. It's like a surge of energy coming and going. I feel it. I feel it's almost like I have something in my tailbone that's like pushing me up and down and up and down. And I feel it. I feel it filling me up with light, with energy, with power. Oh, that makes sense why I wrote down that you're coming to a point, an apex. A yod could be very significant for you. God's omnipresence, the finger of God, the point of power. You could have also recently pulled a rune of the yod, or keep seeing wise, or hearing about lightning bolts splitting into two. So it's like two coming into one, or one going into two. I don't know. Also, the yod is all of the Hebrew letters are made from the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, bet, which is yod. So I don't know. Is this what you're looking into? Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. It's funny because before I started getting this, there was a time of like blah. I didn't really know how to interpret what I was feeling because I knew that I needed to let it pass through me, and allow myself to experience it, and not attach to it, and just acknowledge that it was an energy that needed to be felt, acknowledged, and allowed to pass through. It was very dense. I felt very heavy. Even with fasting, it was very dense energy. It was almost like, I'm a very talkative person, and there was like, I didn't want to talk. It was like a conserving of my energy. It was so if you're being called, or if you that's what you're feeling, like a dense, like, oh, I don't really want to talk, I don't really feel like contributing, then don't force it, because I feel like this is your body and your soul's way of accumulating energy within you, to a point of power. And even though it's going to feel really uncomfortable, if you can just discipline yourself and allow this new form, this new age of human design, this new form of being, this new way of being to come about, we have to allow those different expressions of energy to flow through us without forming attachment to it. And anytime, it's a day that you necessarily wouldn't label good, or like, oh, I'm so like feeling it, happy vibes. Like when we do have those lower, denser vibes of those days, one, don't take it personally and don't think like you're behind or anything. There's nothing wrong. This is like the period right before a big that energy that you've allowed to sit within yourself, and especially not how do I put this? Sexual energy is very sacred, and there's a process of no longer sharing or killing off that power and that energy by self pleasure or fornication, because that seed that whether you're a man or a woman is there to be brought up to experience the higher consciousness. So instead of giving in and giving it away to the lower forms of energy, it's like spirit is training you right now, and just and showing you the discipline that's needed in order to harness that energy, that sacral chakra, sexual energy, to bring it up. I also just heard that your back could be hurting, your lower back. This is part of the process. It's nothing like there's something wrong with you. This is that pressure that is, it's the energy that is flowing up. So you could be at a stage of Kundalini awakening. Okay. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I see it. Breath work is going to be very beneficial at this time. And not forcing anything and getting out of the old schedule, like making yourself follow the same routine that you have been. Flow with the energy. Go with it. You will be rewarded. You will see and feel the benefits. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say on that. 7:39. Spirit, you're going to make me cry again. There are so many helpers around you. The sacred geometry. It's like, yeah, your soul is mating with the divine, and you're rewriting your story. Okay, Spirit. Also, the sacred chalice, the Holy Grail, the feminine organs, also resembling Aries or a cat. Okay. Seriously, like the emotions today. It's very, it takes a lot for me to cry these days, even being an empath after coming into the knowing and understanding of the reality and the truth, eternal beings, we never actually die, just these forms, the meat suits, so on and so forth. Because before coming into that knowledge, a person is very, I don't know, it's a lot more emotional. It's a lot more emotional. But here we have enlightenment. Your energy is so powerful. Like, you could be working with the flower of life, Metatron's cube, the Kabbalah, the Kabbalion. 43 could be significant. You have the sword of truth, becoming empowered. You're taking that cross that everybody's wearing, which is actually the sword, and you're You're pulling it up. Yeah. They demonize the cross upside down, which it's actually just taking your sword of truth. And when it's pointed up, that means you've ignited your own power within. Um, you've become enlightened, and you know the truth. You see the lies and the deception and the propaganda that has been started and perpetuated and sent out to the masses to convince people that what is most beneficial to them and what would give them their power and their claim back, their sovereignty here in this life, is witchcraft and evil and blah 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 blah. And in reality, they just don't want people to tap into their real power and know who they truly are. So they create this fear-based structure around those things, and it's really sad to see. Your sensitivity, yeah, like I feel it. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel like if you're watching this, yeah, you have if you aren't watching this, you have access to this energy. It's just about going within, setting intentions, being patient, clearing your mind, and just allowing this light, this energy to fill you up. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You've done so much work, like, and you've went through a lot in order to reach this point. You cut the cords. You let go of the things that were holding you back from your enlightenment. It's like you embraced your sensitivity and felt something, and you're like, wow, that's got to go. The moment you felt it, and then the moment it's let go, it's this unity, oneness, enlightenment, awe, childlike wonder. Just, has this always been here? Like, it's my room, but it looks totally different. Why is everything speaking to me? Why does everything feel like it was meant to be here and it was specifically designed for me? I am like shaking. My legs are starting to shake. Okay. Again, I really hope everybody can hear me. 12:54. Can I get a card to best describe what they are stepping into? What archetype are they stepping into? What role are they stepping into next? 1313 on the timer, and this breaks down to a 13. Spirit, oh my God. This is amazing. 58 could be significant, breaking down to a 13. So 1313, if you want to drop it in the comments and let us know what that angel number is, I would greatly appreciate it. Daydreams and engages in imaginative play. What did I just say about childlike wonder? Fun childhood, sees sacred beauty in the world. The sacred beauty. Yes, you are seeing the sacred beauty. Or no, let me... I'm getting ahead of myself and very, yeah. You are stepping into this enlightenment energy, this oneness, this unity, and you're about to see the sacredness and the sacred beauty in the world, in all things. Like I said, when this happens, you will go to places you've been a bazillion times, but it'll be like your first time ever experiencing it. Everything will be anew. Everything you look at, it will be speaking to you. It's like the divine is speaking straight to you through everything that you already have, and you'll realize, like, oh my gosh, Spirit's always been here. These beings have always been here. I just could not perceive them. And with 1444, Spirit, come through, man. Show off. I love it when you show off. Can we please focus in? There we go. Green and blue. Oh, didn't I just do a video yesterday about green and blue and Uranus, them coming together, being Seon, which also they say is lapis lazuli. Like it comes from a Greek word, krynos or something, and which also it means lapis lazuli, whatever. It represents the part of us which is enchanting. You are so enchanting. You're stepping into this enchanted energy. You could have known you were a magical child when you were a child. And you're bringing back out that little inner child. You must have done a lot of inner work, a lot of inner child healing. Wow, this is amazing. Fairy godmother, like everything's making me want to cry right now. Like God, this is such beautiful, beautiful energy. You're somebody that's helpful, and you don't even need validation. You can do things anonymously because you feel guided to. And you're like, oh, well, I can't just ignore that. Like, it's right in front of me. I might as well do it. But you don't care if others see you. You're not looking for somebody to be like, oh, I'm only going to do this if somebody's going to see me. Like, that's not who you are, and that's why you're being granted this. That's why this is being offered to you. You're selfless. You're eccentric. You're nurturing. You're wise. You're maternalistic qualities. You see the potential in others. You could be a really good party planner. Like, you like to be the hostess for the mostest. Somebody needs to pay their electric bill or their toll bill. This is so much magic, guys. This is otherworldly. This is the thing. These are the things that they said, oh, that's not real. Oh, that's just a movie, or that's just make believe. If I hadn't experienced it myself, I'd probably think the same thing still. I'd probably still think, when we die, we just go in the ground and nothing happens. Yeah, there was a version of me that actually believed that. It's crazy. That's why everything in due time. Everybody will get there eventually. But for now, for us, the ones that know that this is true, and this is reality, the true reality, the supernatural, our supernatural way of being, which is magical and powerful and beautiful. Okay, what archetype still needs some refining? What archetype still needs some refining to us? Maiden. Damsel in distress creates conflict to feel needed, imprisoned mentally and physically, difficult. Okay. That is what stood out to me. Difficult in saying no. So there's something. Here's something to remember. If you agree to do something for somebody else, but you already had something planned for yourself, maybe you were taking a bath, maybe you had something else to do, or you were wanting to do something, like you were like, oh God, I'm gonna go do this, but then somebody comes up and is like, oh, like I really need your help with blah 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 blah. You gotta feel it out for yourself. But the thing is if we're saying no to ourselves, that means you're telling that little inner child, that little version of you that's in there, that you don't really respect and care about yourself, that you care more about others. And yes, we should care about others and be loving and compassionate and helpful. But the thing is that some people tend to overdo it. All right? And learning to say no and setting those boundaries for your own benefit, you need to protect your energy, okay? You got to let go of this people pleaser thing, because you are very sensitive now and you can't be around everybody. It's not the old, the old way is gone. You are not powerless. Your words have power. You have free will. It's your choice. Because this can cause you to feel mentally and physically imprisoned. Because then that little voice, that inner child inside is like, oh, I'm gonna just throw it. We were gonna go get in the bath and we were gonna light candles and we were gonna read this awesome book that we were in the middle of that we've been wanting to, whatever it was. Or going to get your nails done, or go and get a pedicure, or going to a spa, or hanging out with one of your best friends, or having quality time with your child, or working on something that really is part of your passion and something you're really interested in. Just be aware of who you are saying yes to, and always, always say yes to yourself, okay? Never, ever say yes to somebody else and no to yourself. And I know saying no leaves a fear of like losing people, or like you don't care about their feelings. No. It's your feelings you need to worry about and take care of. That is in your control, and that is our obligation to do, is to take care of our own. If we say no and then their feelings get hurt, hey, if you can't handle the truth and handle your own emotions, like, yeah. And also, whenever you start saying no, or saying no to certain people in your life, you're gonna pay attention to how they act, what they say to you. Are they trying to guilt you, make you feel shameful for saying no and putting yourself first? Because they will. Pay attention. I feel like this is something you already have experienced, and spirit just wants you to get better at saying no, so that you don't lead yourself to a place of fear, feeling powerless. Okay. Yeah, you could have a deep sense of isolation due to not fitting in. You're just special. That's just how it is. 55 could be significant. Okay? But when you start to tap into the divine matrix and the unseen and the real reality of our earth realm, isolation is a big part of it. But you get to a point where you really enjoy it and love it, because you get to play with the divine, with powers, with magic, with You'll know. Yeah, fairies. Yeah, I got you. Father Sky and Mother Earth are like, they working together on this. Oh man, it's almost like with the Y, the Yod, it's like both of their energies are coming into one, becoming merged and unified, and then being sent to you. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm gonna get an animal card for you, just to see what wants to come out. And then, oh, raccoon. 2424. You have everything you need, okay? You could be seeing raccoons. Spirit wants you to know that you have everything you need. You are very resourceful. You have the knowledge, and you have everything you need. And a buffalo, be thankful for all that you have. Constantly, every day, bless everything in your house. Walk through and just, I love this. I love my home. I love my space. Yeah, just giving gratitude and love, and it feeds it and it builds, and you want to create that type of aura for your home. Okay, let's get a feminine wisdom, right? Yeah. Give me a card for what they're stepping into. So we had 13, 13, and 24, 24. When I wrote it down, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. Well, I can't show that, but I will show this one. So we have 12. We have 12 here, breaking down to a 3. Beautiful, beautiful card. Healing. This is all due to how amazing of a healer you are. Moon cycles are very significant. Flowers are very significant. Pink flowers, to be exact. You're restoring yourself back to health and strength. That the health that's needed for this power and endurance. Okay? I can't show the whole card because she's a little naked. But it's like you're able to look at your reflection and be so happy with who you see and the choices you made and the character that has been molded within inside of you. You're restoring your power and endurance back from whatever situations and circumstances you had to go through. We have 32 as well. My nose. I do. Restoring back to health, making whole again. Oh my gosh, that's that enlightenment. That's that enlightenment. Put your hand over your heart. Which area of your life hurts the most at this moment? This card invites you to heal your deeply buried wounds and traumas you have been through in the past that are somehow finding their way to the surface over and over again. Your inner child needs protection and love more than anything right now. Learn about the healing process and take the required steps. Shower yourself with love and empathy so you can finally heal the broken pieces of your heart. I am worthy of love. You are totally worthy of love, and that's why this energy is coming towards you. But I do see that I mean, we've been talking about the inner child, protecting that inner child. Again, don't say yes to somebody else when you should be saying yes to yourself, okay? This is a time to really pour into yourself and love yourself, so that the more we love ourselves, the more we are compassionate and understanding and kind to ourselves, it's no different from being loving and kind to God, because you are your own expression of the divine light. These are meat suits for our light bodies that are within us. So that's why ultimately when you go through your own personal judgment day, which is like dark night of the soul also, because you got to get to a point where you actually believe. And if you have all this guilt and shame and, oh, how could it be for me? Like, how could I be this amazing spiritual divine chosen one or whatever, if like I'm dealing with this and this, and those things will come up. Like it says, it'll come up over and over again, so that you can become aware of it and face it and acknowledge it and make those statements, those contracts, those verbal contracts of like, well, I learned that lesson. That's something I'm not going to do next time. I'll do it from a place of this known knowledge that I have accumulated from my experience. Okay. A state of being strong, power, and endurance. Whenever you are facing new life challenges, you are ready for them. You are strong and resilient. Your inner strength is admirable, And just like any known muscle, this too needs to be reinforced every day. Strength is consciously choosing to overcome whatever life throws at us. Choosing to keep our balance, getting ourselves together, and doing everything we can to stay calm is the key. Life is hard as the years pass. It might get even harder. No, life, it gets, words are important. So, Spirit, life is not hard. Life was challenging and confusing at the beginning, but with the knowledge, the information, the technology that is out now, there are ways to alleviate that. Life is hard. I get it. But if we keep saying it, it's going to reiterate it and keep giving us experiences so that we feel like life is hard. So, life is easy now. We gonna change that. And it might get even better and easier. Okay? It is. But how you choose to deal with things is ultimately who you become as a person. Your affirmation is, my roots are deep. I fear no storm. Yes, 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 yes. Anything that comes your way. Anything that comes your way. We ain't gonna label it because there's a hidden gem. There's a hidden treasure. You just can't see it yet. This is being brought to you for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. We are just stuck in the old way of being is, oh, this is good or this is bad. I need to label it. So, and then it gets internalized and then you're programming your body. That's why if we talk to our body, we give it commands, it will listen. Our cells will listen. And it's constantly listening. So if that's the way we are talking to ourselves, and that is what's going to be brought to us in our reality. Sorry, I'm getting really worked up. I love you. The universe loves you. Everything's working out for your best and your highest good. And until next time, guys, I love you so freaking much. And I appreciate you so much for being on this channel, clicking on this video. Even if I'm only talking to one person, then this video was specifically made for you. Yeah, it's a great time to be alive, guys. So let's make the most of it and get this shift. 2 more days until the first day of the Zodiac New Year and many other people's New Year's. So, yeah. Good luck. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.